So we just have a couple of concepts to touch on before we wrap up on probability. So the first one is the expected value. So think of a game. If you toss a coin, and if you get heads, then you win €2. And if you roll, or if you toss tails, you lose. You don't get any money back. And it costs €1 to play. So how's that work? Well, as the rules say, you just toss a coin, and if you get tails, you lose the money. If you get heads, you win €2. The expected value is, well, you multiply the probability. So in this case, heads occurs half the time, by the amount that you'll win if you get heads, plus the amount you'll win if you roll, or if you toss tails, by the probability that you'll get tails. So that would be the expected value from this game. And when you multiply that out, that works out at 1. So it costs you 1, and on average you'll win back 1. In other cases, it could be, say, you roll some dice, and if you get the numbers 1 or 2, so 1 or 2, then you'll win €1. If you get 3 or 4, get, say, 50 cents. And if you roll 5 or 6, nothing. Well, then we do a similar process, work out the expected value. So expected value is equal to, well, you have a 1 in 3 chance of winning €1. So 1/3 multiplied by 1 plus, well, a 1/3 chance of winning 50 cents and a 1 in 3 chance of winning nothing. So when we add this up, we get, well, 0.33 plus 0.167, so 0.497 roughly. So if you were to pay €1 to play this game, well, you could win €1, but on average, in the long run, you tend to lose money. So this is actually related to the other concept that we wanted to look at, which is fair value, or a fair game. So basically, a fair game is one where the expected value is that you get your money back. So in the first game, where you toss a coin and you'd get €2 if you, or, well, you'd win €1 if you win, but anyway, so you'd get €2 if you win, and nothing if you lose. So half the time you'd lose €1 and half the time you'd win €1. So it's a fair game. While in the second game, well, with the dice, in general you'd be losing money. So why would you play that? So a fair game is you get your money back. The expected value is equal to the cost. Somewhat related to that, so one way that a game could be unfair is that it's not actually 50-50. It could be that, you know, you're told the game you're playing is you win €2 if it's heads and you lose if it's tails, but actually you get tails 70% of the time and heads only 30%. So then you wouldn't actually get your money back. Actually working that out, so say unfair coin used, so 30% chance of heads. Well, then the expected value would be a third times 2 multiplied by, well, 0.7 times 0. So then the expected returns from the game are, or is, 60 cent. So then it wouldn't be fair, even though when the game was described to you it's supposed to be fair. The other variation is bookies. So what a bookie would do is allow you to choose. You can bet on heads or tails. But what they'll do is they'll say, if you win, I'll give you when you're 80. So here, if win, you get €1.80, and if you lose all your money. So in that game, well, we can work out the expected value. You have a 50% chance of winning, but you'll only win €1.80. So then that means the expected value is going to be 90 cent. So then that way the bookie tends to win and the bettor tends to lose. Finally, expected values are also used when you're trying to make a decision. So it can be used for decisions. So you think of various scenarios, you work out what the expected values are for each of them, and you pick the one which has the highest expected value.